Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's Professor William back for week number 5. Today we're going to study Unit 4. He said what? And what we're going to focus on today is reporting events, grammar reported speech, and vocabulary reporting verbs. Say, speak, talk, and tell. So let's start it off on the conversation between Paula and Mandy. Let's listen.
Unit 4, page 24, conversation.
Guess what? I saw Jason while I was shopping downtown. Oh, yes? How is he? I haven't seen him for a while. He's fine. He said he's been studying hard for his exams. Same old Jason. Always studying. How boring. He asked me what you were doing. You know, I think he might like you. Do you think so? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not interested. He's too dull for me. Anyway, he told me he's taking driving lessons. Really? So he's learning to drive? Now that's interesting. Apparently, his test is next week. He said that if he passes, he'll be able to use his dad's car to get around. That's great. He lives near me, so I can ask him to give me a ride. Hey, he's not a private taxi, you know? Oh, I'm sure he won't mind. Maybe I'll give him a call now to wish him good luck on his test. So, suddenly he's not so dull after all.
Okay, if you have a partner there, you can practice reading that conversation with your partner, A, B. And you see Paula in this conversation. Paula is reporting speech. She's reporting Jason's speech to Paula, to Mandy. Okay, so there's 3 people. Paula A, Mandy B, and Jason C. A is reporting to B what C said. Okay? Let's go back to this language box here and let's listen.
Unit 4, page 24, language box.
He said he'd been studying hard. He told me he's taking driving lessons. He asked me what you were doing. I can ask him to give me a ride.
Okay, let's go over to page 105 to learn more about that. Okay, reported speech. Now remember what I told you. Between 3 people, A, B, and C, A is reporting to B what C said. So, for example, C says to A, I love you. And then A reports to B, she said that she loved me. Okay, you understand that? I'm rich. He told me that he was rich. And that, you don't really need to use that, but it's your choice. It's optional. Reported questions. This is to report about what somebody asked. Do you know Joe? He asked me if I knew Joe. Okay. C asked A, do you know Joe? And then A tells B, he asked me, he is C, he asked me if I knew Joe. Got that? And she asked me to open the window. He told me to finish the exercise. And the main thing about reporting speech is the tense changes. So we have right here present tense, present perfect and simple past. C says to A, I love you. And then later on, A reports to B, she said she loved me. So you notice how this love is changed to loved. And if it's present perfect, I've known her for years. He told me he'd known her for years. Present perfect turns into past perfect. You change the have or has to had. Okay. Simple past, were, that's the simple past of the be verb, turns into past perfect, same. Okay. We use had and we use the participle of be, been. All right. And these also changes, these modals also change. If can is in the original, we change to could. Must stays the same. May changes to might. So if C says to A, we must study for the test. That's not a good one. Must is the same. Let's try will. If C says to A, I will eat pizza for lunch, then A reports to B, he told me he would eat pizza for lunch. Got that? So you can read that. And time expressions, these also change. Okay. So let's go to the next page. Alright, complete the sentences using reported questions. Go ahead and stop the video and do that. Okay, let's take a look at the answers. What's the time? She asked me what the time was. See how that changes? The be verb goes at the end instead of here. Alright, let's look at the other answers. Where are you going? She asked me where I was going. See that? The modal can changes to could. She asked me where I lived. See the past tense there for live? Here's one. Past tense told, we change it to past perfect, had told. Okay. And this is a good one. Past perfect, has finished, changes to, or present perfect, has finished, changes to past perfect, had finished. See that? Okay, rewrite the sentence in reported speech. The teacher says, don't talk in class. So I report, and the student reports to another student, the teacher told me not to talk in class. Alright, so go ahead and do those. Stop the video. Okay, let's look at the answers. It's a long one. Susan said she was going. Okay. And this is kind of a neat thing here. Next week, we change to the following week. Remember that? Time expressions. Next changes to the following. Remember, you should try to do these before looking at the answer so you learn how to do it on the test. Okay. Got those? Let's go back to the unit. Use the verbs to report each sentence. Okay, we have some verbs here. And let's look at the first one. No, I won't go to the party. And it's a he who said that. So he refused to go to the party. Let's do number 2 together. If I were you, I'd tell the truth. He, what did he do? Advised, right? He advised me to tell the truth. Let's see if that's right. Yep. Teacher's always right. All right. So number 3. All right, promised. Number 4. Denied. 5. That's a threat. If you don't leave, I'll call the police. All right. Okay. So, to do this, of course, you need to know the meaning of these verbs up here. And once you know the meaning of those, you can do this. Deny, to threaten, invite, remind. Okay? If you don't know the meaning, use your dictionary. Write each verb in the correct column. Verb plus object plus infinitive. Advise someone to do something. Verb, object, infinitive. Or verb plus infinitive. No object. So I'll just show you the answers there. These 2. And this one. Those 3. See, threaten to call, no object. And verb plus ing, deny. Okay, and you have another one. If you have your partner there with you, make a direct and a reported sentence for each verb. For example, this pizza is cold. They like to use pizza like I do. This pizza is cold. And reported, he complained that the pizza was cold. Again, you have to know the meaning of these verbs. So use your dictionary, find the meaning first. And then with your partner, make sentences. And that will help you for the test. So I recommend doing that. All right, let's go to the next part. Before you listen, complete this conversation. Okay, now let's listen and see if you got the right answers.
Unit 4, page 25, Real Life Exchange. Did you hear the news? Bruno is quitting college.
Yes, I just asked Jim, and he said that it's definitely true.
Really? How come? Do you know why?
Apparently, Mr. Wilson caught him cheating on his final exams.
Oh no. He told me he was thinking of cheating, and I wanted him not to.
At first, he denied doing anything wrong, but later admitted it was true.
Okay, so you can listen to that a couple times. Practice your listening. And the answers are asked, said. Okay. Being polite when you ask for information. You can use the indirect questions to be more polite. For example, the first one, how old is Liam? That's a direct question. It might be impolite to ask. But if you said, do you happen to know how old Liam is? It's a little bit more polite. Okay? And so on. So let's listen to those, and you can repeat.
Unit 4, page 25, Strategy.
Do you happen to know how old Liam is? I wonder if you could tell me where Jane's car is. Can you tell me if he spoke to you? Do you have any idea when she left?
Okay, so those are, the ones on the right are a little bit more polite than the ones on the left. These are direct, these are indirect. Oh, we have more here. You know what, we're just gonna skip those. And let's go to pronunciation. Unit 4, contrastive stress. Notice and listen and notice how the extra stress helps to emphasize the contrast.
Unit 4, page 122, Pronunciation.
Dan's going to be 30 next weekend.
Really? He told me he was 24.
Mike's going out with Helen.
He is? He told me he hated Helen.
Okay, so listen to those a few times and practice saying those. And if you notice these words, 24, hated, and even 30, I heard, they're more stressed. So you know what the focus is. The difference between this statement and this statement is 30 and 24. So we stress those words. Okay, hated is the opposite of this meaning. If he's going out with her, he likes her, but this is he hates her. Okay, so practice those a few times, and I'll leave you there for today. See you next week. Goodbye.